Artists will agree with me on this one when I say that life is better when you're obsessed over something or someone. Because all the feelings are enhanced, your life starts gravitating towards this interest that makes you feel really like fixated. You want to solve what is going on in your head. You want to make something out of it. And that's the best way to go. I think the best that can happen to an artist is to eventually become obsessed with someone. Depending on what's your fixation, there's people that love pieces of media, let's say video games. They become obsessed with a video game, or a movie, or a vibe, a style, food, certain culture. Well, I think cultural appropriation is not good. But yeah, all of these obsessions will eventually show in your art, if you're an artist, or in your creations, depending on what you do, on your energy or your will to go on in life. And for me, I think this is the best topic that I can talk about being an artist, because I'm always going to gravitate towards obsession. I'm always going to be so inspired when I'm obsessed. And I'm not saying that it's the only time that I'm inspired. I could feel a spark here and there sometimes, depending on the weather. It depends a lot on my mood, on my inspiration, on my motivation. And I know it's so wrong, because I'm never going to end up doing art when I'm like empty inside or static, like right now. And it's true. It's harder to make art when you feel static with your life, when you feel like you're not like doing anything at all, or going nowhere, or you're expectant to something. Like you go into a state of mind that does not let you get obsessed with anything. So lately, I think the best solution to this is eventually let your mind think and think. And if you've been thinking this time, then do something, learn something. Distract your mind in order for the resting period of it to evolve into something creative. And that's something that I read in a book, that you feel this creativity spark when you are resting. And I've talked about this many times before, and it makes sense. But obsession, I think, is the ultimate feeling for an artist, because you will find yourself so flabbergasted by something that you just want to resolve this immense feeling that you feel inside, right? You don't know why you can't get something off your mind. And I think that is actually the reason that your mind is working harder, because it's working in something that you like, that you enjoy. So you start thinking and thinking and thinking and working. Your mind starts working. So it will come up with new ideas, because you are not thinking because it's an active work that needs your time. Well, it does need your time and your attention, right? But it's not like doing your job, okay? Your mind's working, but it's not your job. So I think that's why we get better ideas when we're obsessed, because our mind is doing double the work talking about creativity, right? It's resting and working at the same time. And right now, I could safely say that I'm not obsessed with anybody. It's easier for me to get obsessed with people, because I love people. I love men, as I talked in the last video. But I haven't felt anything in a long time. And it's maybe because I'm spend most of my time at my house doing my things, enjoying my time by myself, and I think that is not the way my mind works. My mind loves to be busy, doing things, doing tasks, or going places, you know, having somewhere to go. It's actually my favorite activity. I don't know why. I hate it though, because I love being at peace, doing things at my own pace, and feeling the rush to do something by myself. But my mind, I don't know why this happens, and tell me if it happens to you too. That when you're busy as hell, let's say college and work, or you have to do paperwork, you have to go to the doctor, the more things you have to do, the more creative you feel. Like while you're doing these things, you're thinking and you're like, what if I paint? Like, I would love to paint this as a scenario. And you start like developing a creative idea while you are doing something. Really, like, it takes a lot of effort for your mind. So I think obsession works the same, but it does double the work. So being obsessed is a feeling that you cannot escape at times. You can eventually do therapy or something like that to not get obsessed or to stop being obsessed, but it's not going to work the same. It's not. You just have to let it go by itself. And I think the only thing that can actually let go of that obsession in you is getting disappointed. And I think that's also a curse when you like to be obsessed or you get obsessed often. You also tend to find something to get disappointed, right? That's what you're expecting. You're expecting to someone to let you down or say something that you don't like. And as faster as you get obsessed, it's the same as getting disappointed. And I wanted to talk about this topic, especially because I've been feeling like that lately. I was obsessed with this idea of love, and I got really, really disappointed by the men that I was talking to. And then I was really, really obsessed with the idea of having friends, and oh, there's an old man standing at the other side of the mountain. That's beautiful. So, yes, I was obsessed with having a lot of friends. And when I do go into social gatherings, I don't feel good. I don't like it. And I think about this often because it's like I get obsessed with certain qualities from people that I like, that I find attractive, that I find interesting. But then I absolutely hate that, you know? It's either hate or love. And I know this could be like borderline personality or whatever. I'm not any of those. I know I'm self-aware, okay? And I've gone to therapy and everything, so I know where my mind goes, but it just evolves all the time into something that I hate or love, you know? Right now, I have 2 canvases really big that I'm planning to paint. Like, I'm putting a lot of pressure in myself to paint, but I don't feel like it. And you know what? I should probably go to my guide, the guide that I created that always works. It always works. I don't know why. It always works, and this is not promotion, but it is at the same time. I made it, and if you want to go for it and like just check the link in my bio, you can buy it. But I probably should go to that, and I know it's going to work, but I'm trying to understand what is going on in my head. And I know most of the block is probably because societal pressure, or I have this idea of how my life should be looking right now because I'm comparing myself to many other people my age that are working, that are studying their masters, are doing a bunch of things. and I feel stuck. And it's not that I'm not doing anything at all. Like, I'm actually working towards going to Germany to study my master's there and work there. I don't know why. It just feels shocking to think that going to another country is the way to go or is the way to fix things. But sometimes you will just need that. You know, your body asks you. And I've talked about this with my aunt. My aunt is my mentor. I don't know why. I love her. I love her. I love my family. I love all my family. I'm obsessed with them. Not to the point of that they inspire me to actually make paintings. Well, sometimes they do, though. Sometimes. You know, obsession could be everywhere. Obsession could be absolutely everywhere. And I can't find it. I need to find something to obsess about. I've been studying German and I love it. I love the language. I love the pronunciation. The way it sounds is just so crunchy. I love it. But at the same time, it's like, it's not enough. It's not doing the thing for me, you know? For me to go and paint, you know? I don't know why. I need inspiration. I need to get bored, maybe, because I've been feeling my gaps. I know I've been spending time at my house, but I've been cleaning everything. I've been organizing my room. I've been learning German. I've been doing some house plans that I'm working on. I've also been working on my products, the books that I wrote. I want to publish them in different places. I've also been digitalizing my paintings. I've been doing a bunch of things, but none of those inspire me. I think I need to get bored enough, you know? Get bored, like my mom would say. You need to get bored. And she's right. She's right. I think boredom, it's eventually the place where your mind is going to find something. It's going to pick up something from all the subconscious thoughts that you have, and it's going to make it. You know, it's going to make something real. It's going to make something that helps you or makes you create something, inspires you at the end of the day. I think, and I'm a very, very, like, I don't know how to say, this perspective is always on my mind, and is that we don't need nobody. We don't need nobody eventually to feel enough or to feel fulfilled. We do need people, of course, but like, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how we are enough by ourselves, and this is like a self-esteem that you only achieve when you finally feel good with yourself, when you can look at yourself in the mirror and say like, damn, that's me and I'm okay, you know? Or you can finally say no to someone that you thought was the love of your life. I think that's one of the main proofs that you have self-esteem, right? Because something was off and that's it. They could have been pretty as hell, rich as hell, and smart as hell, but if they weren't like, I don't know, something enough for you, then bye. And that's okay. That's totally fine. But yeah, it has nothing to do with self-esteem. I think boredom is the answer. I think I just need to sit down and think and leave my phone aside, even though I've been hitting weeks of 3 hours per day on my phone, which is not that bad. But I think I still need to lower that. Just letting the time of recording that I do on my phone and replying to some messages, because I hate my phone, genuinely. I think it has made me feel dumb plenty of times, and that's also a problem that I'm dealing with creatively. I judge myself a lot. Like, I know I love myself, but I'm still sticking to these ideas that just don't get out of my head, okay? And I punish myself for that. It's like, I don't have a job, what should I do? I should be the most productive today. and I don't allow myself to sleep, like, or to rest. I've been waking up every day really, really early in the morning, and I know it's okay, and I know it's like a mindset problem, but yeah, I don't feel bad about that. I feel bad for the fact that I don't feel inspired to make art, and that makes me sick because I want to make something. It's been a long time. I think that to be an artist is to actually paint, trial and error. So I must get going. And I'm making this video because I want to find if there's something that I can get obsessed to feel inspired and paint. I think there's not. I am obsessed with a lot of things, but they don't inspire me. There are different types of obsession also. There are obsessions that are like gravitating towards different type of things. Like, for example, I'm obsessed with certain creators and I love watching their content or whatever, but it's not enough to inspire me to do something. So maybe it's not obsession, it's just liking. Maybe. I'm also obsessed with the way that I look currently. I don't know why. I love my short hair. I'm probably going to let it like grow longer because I just haven't. It's been 6 months, I think, or 7 months with short hair, and I'm not getting tired, but I miss my long hair and I want my curls back. My long curls, wavy. I love that. Even though I love my short hair, I think I will cut it again, in the future, but not now. I will let it grow now. And yeah, I want to get obsessed with something. The way to go is to get obsessed with myself, but I'm already obsessed with myself. And it's I need to find something new in me in order to get that spark of obsession back. But I know I'm evolving and changing every day, but it's not enough. Have you ever felt that? Like, you don't feel like there's something strong enough for you to do something like meaningful enough. Like, I need more power. I just need more. That's it. And could be ambition. Could be like I'm not conscious enough of what's going on. I don't know. Conscious of the world, of that my perspective is a little bit off. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I just want to paint. And I've thought about this today because I bought 2 new canvases, big canvases. So I'm going to do something today. Want it or not, I'm going to do it. And I think that's the way to go. That's the way to actually perceive this obsession and creative, and thinking too much about it, I think is going to kill. And I'm killing just time, But I love venting about this because eventually I let it all out that I don't have anything else, and I can gather some new ideas and thoughts in my head because I already tossed the other thoughts. So yeah, I'm going to paint and I'm probably going to do a live. Should I do a live? Nobody watches my lives. Like, every time that I do a live, it's like 2 people and they're like, hey, and that's it. What should I do to be more interesting? Life depends on obsession. And I think I've gotten like very used to being obsessed because I've been obsessed my entire life with people. Since I gained a lot of consciousness when I was 9 years old, I got obsessed with a boy. Well, I remember that I was in kindergarten and I was obsessed with a boy. Obsessed. And he kissed me one day and I was like, oh my God, we love each other. But that was the last day that I saw him because we went to school. In a school I was obsessed with a boy. I liked him, but it was not that hard. Then when I got into one of the last days of school, I got obsessed with a boy when I was 9 years old. And then I was obsessed with him until I was like 18. And then we became boyfriend and girlfriend. And then I got obsessed with another person, and then another person. And the times that I've created the most have been while I've been obsessing with someone. Like really hard. Like, how do you say head over heels for someone? Do you say it like that? Ew. That sounds weird. But yeah. Right now I don't feel anything. I feel a little bit numb. And I'm talking about right now, by the way. Because I was having a lot of feelings like on November, on October even. But now it's like, I'm not. Like, I go over the men that I was talking to. So there's nothing to obsess over. And also I think it's the mindset that I told you about, that I've been feeling like people's not enough for me. And I know that sounds so shitty. So shitty. Maybe I just have bad friends, or I just meet weird people, or I'm just very I don't know how you say, I ask for too much, or I qualify people over my own standards, and that's trash. It's trash because I've talked about this with my mom also. It's like, if you hold people to those standards, you're never going to meet someone. No one is going to be enough for you. And it's true. It's true. And I try not to be so hard on those things, but it's hard to maintain that, you know? It's hard to meet someone and be like, yeah, I accept you for who you are. No, I don't like that. I have very few friends, and I love them, and I enjoy spending time with them. So I prefer to wait and meet the right people, you know, than being with people that I don't really like. And I always find something wrong in people, and I think being so picky with people is weird, because I depend on them to be creative, basically, to obsess over them to be creative, but at the same time I'm like asking for too much. I don't know. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense in my head, and I'm trying to explain it now, and I sound dumb as hell. So I'll go and paint, and I'll make a life. See you in the next video. Thank you for listening to me talk about obsession, and please check out my books. They're going to be in the description. Love you. Bye.